Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by gpac. gpac, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Cornder, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we are joined by the reigning NSIC and Central Region Baseball Player of the Week, Jake Hjelle of the Minnesota Crookston Golden Eagles. Jake, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So that news just came out. I don't know if you are even aware, but you were obviously named NSIC Player of the Week last week. Also, Central Region Baseball Player of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, some big honors for you. But before we get into this a little more depth, let's start by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
I'm from East Grand Forks, Minnesota. I am a senior. I can come back another year with the COVID stuff, all that. My major is natural resource law enforcement. I've been playing baseball all my life.
And what is it that drew you to Minnesota Crookston to play baseball?
Just kind of the atmosphere, growing up in East Grand Forks, kind of a smaller town, and I like hunting and fishing, so like small towns really go good with me. And my brother obviously came here, so I knew a lot of people coming in, and I knew the coach, so I coached Gus, and I just like what they were doing here. So
you mentioned your brother Reed played for the Golden Eagles. What have been some of the pros and what are some of the cons of following in your siblings' footsteps over to UMC?
I wouldn't say they're cons, but I know like always being compared to him and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, that just pushes me to be better. And I mean, he's given me advice all these years, and he's been basically a second coach to me. So I think it's all pros pretty much.
When you look outside, all we see is snow. You drove home through a snowstorm last night till 4 a.m. from Wisconsin after a doubleheader, midweek doubleheader for you guys. I don't feel super bad for you though, as the Golden Eagles started the season with a trip to Hawaii. Then you spent a week in Florida. Tell us about those experiences to kick off the season.
Those are always fun experiences to get out of the snow, get into warm weather. But I mean, yeah, we went down there and we had some success, saw what our team could do. We feel really good about it right now. But I tell you what, coming back from the warm weather, the cold weather just feels that much colder.
Yeah, and it wasn't all paradise for you guys as you begin practice inside early in the year, obviously. What does the winter training look like as you prepare to play baseball in February in Minnesota?
Well, it's about what you expect. We do weights, and then we hit in the cages, and then we do defense and throwing and all that stuff just in a basketball gym. So pretty easy stuff. Not a lot of moving around, but we get our work in.
Well, it must be working. A lot of non-conference action leading up to a three-game series last weekend to start NSIC play. The Golden Eagles sweep Wayne State, outscoring the Wildcats 40-10 over 3 games. Talk about this team and what's got them up to this good start.
This team's just kind of got a different feel to it. We all have confidence in each other. We have a lot of great leaders, a lot of older guys helping the younger guys, and it just seems whoever we put in the game, they always have success, and that's really good to see.
Yeah, spring is never predictable with its weather. How do you and your teammates cope with the constant adjustments to the schedule, traveling all over the region? You're supposed to be home this weekend up in Crookston, but obviously you're in flux. How do you guys deal with those changes?
We just kind of play by ear. This is what we signed up for. Everybody knew coming into here we don't have the best springs, so I mean it's what you'd expect, but I think we do pretty well with the scheduling and stuff.
All right, so it's still very early in the season, but what were the goals Coach Gust had for the Golden Eagles in this season?
He just wants us to compete for the championship. Obviously, that's the final goal. But yeah, just get better each and every day, play at like a championship level, all that stuff, and just keep focus.
And how would you describe your style of play?
Um, my style of play is probably more of an offensive guy. I mean, defense is here and there, but I've always been kind of known for the hitting, so I really focus a lot on that. And I don't know, try to score the runs that my other teammates get on base. So,
All right, and any unique pregame routines that you have before a game?
I usually do have some, but this year I haven't had any ever since I had an old teammate, Jack Pepple. play here, and before every game, he gave me 2 Rice Krispie bars. For some reason, that was just kind of our thing. But he graduated last year, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right to have someone else take his spot. So this year, we're just kind of going dry.
Very good. Well, it still seems to be working as you're obviously excelling at the plate. Final question for you. What advice would you give to a young athlete to help them in their development?
Listen to your coach, trust the process, and just have fun. That's the biggest thing in baseball. Never forget why you started playing the game. When stuff gets too low, just remember it's just a game, having fun with your friends.
That's right. Some sound advice right here from Jake Hjelle. Trust the process. Excellent. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Thank you again to our sponsor, gpac. Jake, best of luck to you and the Golden Eagles wherever you end up playing this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.